Levi Strauss Co. first became aware of this issue when the Environmental Justice Foundation issued some of their initial reports a few years ago. So at that time, we did ban the use of Uzbek textiles in our supply chain. More recently, working with both the Environmental Justice Foundation as well as the International Labor Rights Fund and a number of other organizations, we got a better understanding of the issue and decided last year to prohibit the use of Uzbek cotton in all of our products worldwide. Levi Strauss Co. has taken 3 steps to begin to address the issue of forced child labor in the harvesting of Uzbek cotton. So the first step was to inform all of our suppliers worldwide that we would prohibit the use of this in our products. So the head of our global sourcing organization sent a letter communication to all of our suppliers, and we have followed it up with our suppliers to get assurance that we and they weren't using Uzbek cotton in supply chain. Second step was to begin to explore ways for us to be able to truly verify that. So we're looking at ways that we can establish traceability of where our cotton comes from. Currently, those systems don't exist, but we're looking at how we can put those systems in place. And then the third thing we've done is we've been participating with a number of non-governmental organizations, with a number of socially responsible investment organizations, as well as the CSR community and other companies, to begin to explore how can we really focus on getting the Uzbek government to address this problem. We've reached out to not only our suppliers, but we've reached out also to other companies, our colleagues in the industry, so other global brands and retailers, to let them know not only about the issue as we understand it, but also some of the steps that we have taken to begin to address it. It may seem daunting at first, but one of the things that we have learned is we can begin, all of us, to take steps to address the problem. At Levi Strauss Co., one of the things that we understand about the situation in Uzbekistan that is unique is that the Uzbek government is actually involved in using child labor in harvesting cotton there. So due to that fact, we, working with other companies as well as NGOs and the socially responsible investment community, have begun to seek ways to get the U.S. government, to get the International Labor Organization and other governments involved in exerting pressure on the Uzbek government to, number one, acknowledge the issue, their involvement in it, and to begin to take steps to address it. Levi Strauss Co. looks at the issue of traceability of cotton in much the same way that we approached understanding our cut-sew-finish suppliers 15 years ago when we set out our labor standards. So at that time, 15 years ago, many said, oh, you can never understand or identify where your product is being made. Well, in fact, we have been able to do that. It's taken us some time, but we and many other companies in the industry now know exactly where our product is being made. And so similarly, I would say to those that believe it's a challenge to get traceability in the cotton supply chain, we all need to begin to work on it, to take steps, and I think over time we will be able to establish traceability in the cotton supply chain. For Levi Strauss Co., cotton represents over 95% of our raw materials in all of our products. So for us, it's really a business survival issue. Cotton needs to be sustainable for us to have a sustainable future as a business. So that's one of the key reasons that we're focused on it. The other reason, of course, is that Levi Strauss Co. is a leading company in apparel, particularly in denim manufacturing. And as a leading company, we believe it's important for us to take a leadership role on issues like this and hopefully influence others to begin to address these issues. One of the things that Levi Strauss Co. has learned through this process of engaging with others to address the issue of child labor, forced child labor in Uzbek cotton production, is that we can get a broad coalition together of companies and NGOs and socially responsible investors, all of whom have the same goal in mind. and it's a very unique collaboration, and it's one that's been very positive and constructive on a number of issues. Sometimes, we have differences of opinion with key NGOs or activists or those who are trying to change conditions in our supply chain. On this particular issue, it seems like we have a broad coalition of people and organizations that all want to see the same thing happen and in the same way. And that has been very encouraging for us. I would say for those companies who do take the time to understand this issue and want to help us do something about it, come with us, help us make an impact. And there obviously isn't going to be an easy fix here. It's something that's going to take time to exert that influence, to change the situation. But I think working together, we will be able to achieve that goal, to change the situation for those children in Uzbekistan.